Hi beautiful friends, welcome to the slow Vinyasa flow, restore and unfold. This is a slow and deep yoga flow that you can do any time of the day. Maybe after work when you want to unwind, or any time that you want to slow down, de-stress, get out of your head and really feel your body. We will be freeing the body of tension and stimulate and strengthen gently. We really want to allow ourselves to slow down and be fully present in our practice. If you enjoy practicing with music, you can use my Spotify playlist, Slow Yoga Flow. And then let's get started. You don't need anything specific, just something comfy and your yoga mat. We will begin today's practice laying down on the back. So go ahead and find a comfortable way to come down into your back. And you can bring the soles of the feet together right away for our pose, which is called Supta, Bada, Konasana, so bound angle pose. We bring the soles of the feet together, open the legs wide, allow the knees to drop down. And you can either place your hands on the insides of your thighs or maybe on the belly or the heart, if that feels soothing. Or you could take your arms overhead, grabbing opposite elbows for a little bit more of an opening sensation in the chest and in the shoulders. Take a moment to arrange yourself in your pose. Find a shape that makes sense for you today, so that allows you to relax into this pose. And then go ahead and either close the eyes or allow the gaze to rest. And just take a moment to arrive in the body. Feel the points of the body that are touching the ground. And allow yourself to become a bit more heavy, a bit more relaxed, in the knowing that you're in a safe space, in the knowing that you do not have to perform or achieve anything in this practice, but really just be kind to yourself and be present and experience every movement and every breath. Go ahead and scan through the body. Take note if you're still holding on to any tension, maybe in the groins, on the belly. And then go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. And let all the tension go as you sigh out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Deep inhale through the nose. Letting it all go. One last time. Cleansing breath in. Releasing breath out. Good. And then go ahead and release the arms. Bring them onto the outsides of your thighs so you can guide the knees together in a gentle way. And then pull the knees up to your chest. You could keep the eyes closed or blink them open if you're not quite sure what we're doing. And then go ahead and take each knee into one hand and start circling the knees away from each other and towards each other. So we're starting to releasing any tension in the hip joints as well as in the back and in the belly. And you can do this really, really slowly and generously and enjoying this gentle opening of the body. A couple of times in one direction. And then go ahead and circle the other way around. And any time today that you feel distracted in your practice, which sometimes it happens as we go in a slower pace, just come back to the sensations in the body. Come back to your breath. Good. Bring both knees in towards the chest. Grab your shins maybe if that's reachable. And then roll a bit from side to side on the lower back. Good. Enjoy that gentle massage of the lower back towards the ground. And then rhythmically pull the knees up so your lower back comes off the ground and release. Let's do that a couple of times. So we're massaging the back and stimulating the center of the body. It's a really nice little stretch for the low back. Let's do that one more time. Good, and then release. Now bring your arms out to the sides. You can bring the palms down. This will give you a bit more stability. And bring the knees over the hips and the low legs parallel to the floor. So you kind of have a right angle shape in your legs. For gentle core activation, take a breath in here. And as you exhale, drop both knees to the right side, but don't drop them with gravity, but guide them towards the ground. Let them hover, don't set them down. And then as you inhale, guide them back to the center. Try do this slowly. Exhale, bring the knees over to the left side. Keep the shoulders down if possible. And inhale, come back to center. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, bring the knees over to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, bring the knees over to the left. Just go as far as you can, keep control. Inhale, back to center. 1 more time. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Keep that control. Inhale, come back to center. And 1 more time to the left, and try and keep your ease. Face is soft. Bring the knees up as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring the knees up 1 more time. Hug in the shins. Roll a bit from side to side. And then start rolling along the spine from front to back. Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, this happens to some people, then just come over one side. If this does feel good to you, do this a couple of more times. Build a bit of momentum, massaging the spine. And then once you're ready, sit up and cross your legs. We keep the hands on the knees and we start leaning forward right away, continuing that motion for some nice Sufi circles here. Lean backwards as you exhale. And as you inhale, come forward. And once again, feel free to close the eyes once you know what we're doing, so you can really get into feeling the body. You can decide if you rather want to keep the spine super long and the chest open, or if you want to soften a bit more into this movement, allowing the neck to come along and the shoulders. You just go with your intuition. And then circle the other way around as well. Really feel how the whole center of the body is being massaged and stimulated. Allow the belly and the stomach to relax. Allow the face to relax. Good. Let's do 2 more rounds this way. All right, and then slowly come back into an upright spine. Keep the hands on the shins. Inhale, reach the heart forward, pull the shoulders back, lift the chin for a gentle cow stretch. And as you exhale, hang on to the arms, draw the navel in, bring the chin down towards the throat, open the back. Good. Inhale, open up the chest, tilt the pelvis forward, maybe lift the chin. And you exhale, round, bring the tailbone down. Good. Feel free to do this super slow. Inhale, open up the front side of the body. Exhale, open up the back side of the body, draw the navel in. Good, we do 1 more. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round. Good. All right, come into an upright seat. Maybe take a bit of momentum or come over one side. We'll come onto the hands, uncross the legs, shuffle back, and step back into a downward facing dog. So take your time to arrange yourself. And in your first downward facing dog, keep it super easy. Bring the heels down towards the ground. Really use the opportunity to stretch the feet, the calves, the back of the knees, the back of the thighs. Good. Maybe even bend the knees, bring them from side to side so you'll feel a bit of movement in the hips and the low back as well. Good, and then generously bend the knees. Maybe today keep the feet a bit wider than usually to make it a bit easier. Draw the low belly in and then really lengthen up through the shoulders. Take a moment to release the face, the jaw, maybe stick out the tongue, or gently release the neck by saying yes and no. Today you don't want to do any rigid movements. You want to be super gentle and very present and mindful in your movements. Let's take 3 full breaths here. Yeah, 2 more. 1 more. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the heels slightly down towards the ground, just as much as you can. Good. Now inhale, come into the tiptoes, bend the knees, keep the long back. And exhale, once again, press the heels down towards the ground, lengthen the legs a bit more. We do that 1 more time. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels. And exhale, straighten the legs. Good. Now keep the legs straight. Inhale, come forward, roll into a high plank, shoulders over wrists. And exhale, bend the knees, send the hips up for your downward facing dog. We'll do a wavy movement here. Inhale, come forward with a breath. You can think a bit cat back, so press the shoulder blades apart, look between the hands. And exhale, downward facing dog. We do one more. Inhale, roll it forward. And exhale, come back, long back, good. Inhale, come into your high plank, and this time stay for your exhale. Good. Lift that pubic bone, draw the navel in. We'll stay for a moment. Try and keep your patience. Try and feel how you can stay within this attitude of ease, even though now we need a bit of strength. We don't always need to go fast to build strength. Let's take another full breath. Feel the whole body activate while your breath is still flowing. And then as you exhale, the next time, bring the knees down, lower all the way onto the belly. Keep the elbows in, good. Now point the toes, inhale, send the heart forward for cobra. And exhale, bring the forehead down to the ground. Come into the fingertips and move the hands out so you have a bit more space. Elbows point up, press the feet down. Inhale, cobra, lift up. Exhale, release down. We do one more. Inhale, cobra, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, release. Hands under shoulders, tuck the toes. Inhale onto all fours. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come with a breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, with or without the knees, lower all the way down into the belly. Inhale, open up the chest, press the tops of the feet down, cobra. And exhale, this time go straight into your downward facing dog. You can always use the knees. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, bring your right leg up into the air. Exhale, pull the knee forward, bring the shoulders along, step the foot between your hands, good. Come onto the fingertips, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, strengthen the legs by pulling the feet towards each other. We will stand up on the inhale for a high lunge, sweep the arms up. And then drop the shoulders as you exhale. Good, inhale here. Exhale, pull the right hip back, become a bit more stable. Inhale, grow the hands, the arms taller. Stay for the exhale, this is the last breath. Inhale. And exhale, bring the knee, the left knee down, slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep the integrity in the legs. Inhale here. And exhale, drop the arms over the side. Clasp the fingers, lift the heart up, and breathe into the chest. Now, if you feel a bit tight in the low back, don't sink too deeply into the hip up. Pull the hip back. Lift the pubic bone, send the heart forward. Breathe. Good. All right, let's take 2 more breaths. Open up the body with the breath. Good. And then mindfully guide the arms up on your inhale. And on your exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Now inhale, lift the back knee. And exhale, swim the right arm forward and upward and open up for an easy twist. Now we'll stay here, pull the energy up. If this feels a bit much today, you can always bring the back knee down, or you stay here, feel the activation, keep breathing. Good, try and stack the shoulders. We'll take another 2 breaths. And then on your next exhale, you bring the right hand down. Try and activate the core as you inhale, step back into your plank. And as you exhale, lower all the way, or maybe now half if you practice chaturanga. Inhale, come through your back bend. This could be a cobra or an up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Feel free to sigh it out. Lift the left leg up, inhale. Bring the knee forward, step it through, exhale. Come onto the fingertips, inhale, building the pose. Exhale, strong legs and core. Come up with guidance. Inhale, reach the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, find your stability. Good, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly guide the right knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale, interlace all 10 fingers behind the back. Now maybe one finger further than you have before. Once again, feel free to not really sink into the hip, but open up the chest instead. Send it forward while keeping the low back nice and long, breathing into the front side of the body. Allowing the body to open. Good. Long breaths. Always check in with your facial muscles, with your thoughts, especially if you feel impatient. Come back to the body and the sensations of breath in the body. Now with the inhale, bring the arms up. With the exhale, guide the hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the right knee. And exhale, open up for your twist to the side, left arm goes up. Again, feel free to bring the right knee back down if that feels more stable today. And just keep breathing. Good. Inhale, feel how you're lengthening through the spine. And exhale, twist the chest open just a bit more. Last breath, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left hand down. Inhale, step back with care. Exhale, lower all the way or half. You can always use the knees as we did in the beginning. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath in. And a soft breath out. Good. Bring the hands so close that the tips of your thumbs are touching. As you inhale, lift the right leg up. As you exhale, now make a big step onto the outside of the right hand. Good. Bring the left knee down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, now maybe drop the hips a bit lower. Good. You have the option to stay here or maybe walk the hands a bit further forward. And if you happen to have space, you could bring the elbows down towards the ground. This is just an option. See where you can breathe well. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. Next option would be to bring the left knee back up into the air. Once again, listen to the body, breathe into it. We'll take a couple of breaths in this pose. Taking our time, not letting ourselves be rushed by our thoughts. Good. 2 more breaths. And then slowly come back onto the hands if you've been onto the forearms. And now from here, we'll bring the right arm out. Bring the weight forward and slide the left knee onto the outside of the right ankle for a twisted seat. Now, we want to sit between the heels. If this doesn't quite happen for you, you can always extend the left leg out in front of you. See which variation works for you. Bring the left arm around the right leg, reach the right arm up. And then as you exhale, twist open to the right side. Try and keep the weight light on the right fingertips. Inhale, lift through the spine. And exhale, pull the right shoulder back. Take the gaze along very gently. Don't strain the neck. Inhale, sitting taller. Exhaling, creating that space. Good. We want to stimulate the body so it can activate its healing powers and restore from a stressful day. So don't let yourself be stressed. Take your time. Feel into the body. Observe the breath. Good. As you inhale, come back to the center. Maybe reach the arms up now. Give yourself a nice big stretch. And as you exhale, gently twist to the opposite direction. Good. Take a full breath in between the shoulder blades. All right, now sit up. Bring the right leg all the way behind us. Now, if the left leg was long, then you need to fold it in. We're going into a pigeon pose. Take a moment to arrange your hips. And from here, so your left knee is kind of where your left wrist is. And before we lay down, activate the legs. You bring a bit of power into the legs. You can maybe even lift the hands off the ground. You can then bring the hands in front of the heart, or maybe even reach them up. If you feel this is too much for your back, just stay where you were. Good. Take 2 full breaths. 1 more, opening up the heart. And then as you exhale, the next time release forward. You can untuck the back toes if that feels better for your knee. And either come into the forearms or maybe lay all the way down if this happens today. If the floor seems very far away, then feel free to fold in the arms and rest your forehead on the arms. Good. Long breath. Allowing for some releasing exhales. Allowing for the pose to unfold over the course of a couple of breaths. Send the breath into the areas of the body where you feel stimulation. We stay for 2 more breaths. Good. And then slowly come back onto the arms. Place your hands firmly, shoulder width apart. Tuck the back toes back under and pull them closer. Lift the right knee. Bring them so close you feel you have a really good grip. And then push out of the shoulders. Use the core. Lift the left leg up into a 3-legged dog and bend the leg for a scorpion leg. If your right foot doesn't feel stable, then just hop it into the right position. Good. Breathe into the opening of the left groin now. Good. Take another full breath here. You can either stay here or you can come with me into a wild thing. So we come forward, shoulders over wrists. We keep the hip open. We bring the right heel down to the ground. Right leg stays long. Left foot comes behind us. And we'll come onto the right arm, opening the left arm over the head. Now either stay or lower the hips. Reach the left hand forward to the right toes and come back up with the breath. Inhale, open up the chest. Lift the hips high. And exhale, bring it down. Good. One more. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, down. Good. Take your time. Inhale, open up. Stay for your exhale, last breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, lower the hips so you can flip back over into your plank pose. Choose one flow or go into your downward facing dog. Always use the variation that allows you to move mindfully without any rush. Inhale through your back bend and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and gently side out. Bring the hands back together so the tips of the thumbs are touching. Lift your left leg up into the air. And make a big step forward, left hand outside of the left foot, outside of the left hand. Right knee comes down. Lift the heart as you inhale. And as you exhale, drop the hips down. Good. Option to stay here. Or maybe you find a bit more space by walking the hands forward. Or optionally come onto the forearms. Maybe keep the right knee down or lift it off the ground. Make sure your neck feels comfortable. So maybe you look down into the mat. And then once again, tune fully into your breath. Good. Give yourself some time. There is often a lot of tension in the hips and all kinds of areas of the body. So give yourself a moment to sink into the pose, for the pose to unfold its effects, and just keep breathing. Two more breaths. Whenever you feel like there's a lot of tension stored, you can always make any sounds of relief. Maybe you want to sigh out the last breath through the mouth. So take a full inhale and sigh it out, exhale. Good. Slowly walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring the right hand under the right shoulder. Maybe bring the left foot a bit in. Left hand goes outside. We slide the right knee forward for our twisted seat. Once again, take a moment to adjust yourself. Maybe you need to extend the right leg forward to find a stable seat so both sits bones are firmly grounded. Right arm goes around the left leg. Inhale the left arm up. And then exhale, twist open. And once again, we'll stay in this pose. Feel free to close the eyes or find one resting point. We call this drishti in yoga. So your gaze doesn't move around the room. And with it, your thoughts, but instead it comes more into calmness, into rest. Keep breathing consciously, without any exaggeration. 2 more breaths. Good. As you inhale, come back to center. Maybe reach the arms up to give yourself a nice big stretch. And as you exhale, gentle twist to the opposite direction. If it's comfortable, you can drop the head, breathe into the upper back. Otherwise, keep looking forward. Good, and then we sit up, the left leg stays front, the right leg stays front, and the left leg goes back. So if your right leg was extended forward, now bend it in. Take a moment to arrange yourself for your pigeon pose. Right knee is kind of in line with your right hip. Left leg goes out behind you. Now, before we lay down, activate the legs. You will hover a bit off the ground. Either keep the hands on the ground or take them in front of your heart. Maybe even reach the arms up if that feels good for your back. Keep breathing. And then gently, as you exhale, release. Come forward into your pigeon pose. Point the back toes. Maybe come into the forearms, or maybe rest the forehead on the ground, or maybe on the arms, wherever it feels good for you. So you can allow the shoulders and the neck to relax. Tune back into your breath. Keep bringing yourself back to this moment. Good. Last 2 breaths. And then come back onto your hands. Build a strong foundation with the hands. Tuck the back toes. Bring the foot in. Really find your stance first. And then lift the right leg up for your 3-legged dog. Open up the leg. If you need to, hop your left foot into position. Open up the groin. Breathe into that space that is now opening up. Either you stay or you take your time. Mindfully come forward. Keep the hip open, shoulders over wrists. Left heel comes down, right foot comes behind you. You can always come into the right fingertips first. Lower the hip. Once you're ready, reach the right arm up for your wide thing. Open up the chest. Feel free to stay or come into movement. As you lower down, exhale, right hand reaches for the left foot. Stay on the right tiptoes. Inhale, open up. Good. Exhale, lower. Keep the right leg long. Inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, come down. Last one like that. Inhale, reach it up. Good. Exhale, come down. And then we reach it up. And we stay for the exhale. Good. Take another full inhale. And then exhale, lower the hips, flip back over into your plank pose. Take an inhale. And either flow as you exhale towards the ground or go into your downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, bring the forehead down to the ground. Good. Inhale, small cobra. And exhale, slide the elbows forward for your Sphinx pose. You may want to shuffle back a bit so you're still on the mat. Pull the shoulders back, press the tops of the feet down, press the pubic bone down, and open up the heart. Good. Take a moment to arrive in the pose. Keep the face relaxed, the jaw, the neck is nice and long. Good. Full breaths. Take your last breath here. Good. And then bring your hands on top of each other. Move the elbows out to the sides. Lay your head down on the left side, on your left cheek. And pull the right knee up. Slide it along the floor up towards your right elbow.
So your back can relax. Take a moment to feel all the effects of the previous poses, the asanas. Observe how your breath flows now. Observe how the atmosphere in your mind might have changed. But do not evaluate. So even if there's still a lot going on, just let it happen. Come back to the breath. Good. And then slide that leg back out. Bring the right arm forward or the left one. Just roll over one side with minimum effort onto your back. For a shoulder bridge, stand up the feet close to your bum. And then press the feet down into the mat. As you inhale, lift the hips up, roll the back off the mat. Take your arms along, so bring them overhead. And as you exhale, bring everything back down. It's kind of like a massage, vertebra by vertebra, bring everything back down. As you inhale, come back up, big wavy movement, filling the body with breath and energy. And as you exhale, bring it back down. Good, last one. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale, bring it down. Good. We come up one more time on the inhale. And on the exhale, we stay lifted in the hips and only bring the arms back alongside the body. You can stay this way or interlace the fingers behind the back. Pull the shoulder blades in towards each other to really puff up the chest. Lift the pubic bone high to open up the groin. Stretch the belly, open the heart. Keep the neck nice and long and the face relaxed. Good. 2 more conscious breaths. And then come onto the tiptoes. Release the hands. Roll your way down. Take your time as you arrive. Walk the feet apart towards the edges of the mat. Drop the knees towards each other in the center and place your palms on your torso wherever it feels soothing and nice and warm. Good. And then walk the feet back towards each other. Pull the right knee up towards your chest and send the left leg out. So really lengthen that left leg. Press the low back into the ground as you lift your head. Bring the nose towards the knee. Breathe into the belly. Good. One more. And then release the upper body down. Release the right arm out to the right side. Pull that left knee over the body in a gentle manner, in a conscious manner, over to the left side for your twist. Keep the right shoulder down. Either keep looking towards the ceiling or lift the head, tilt it over to the right side if that feels good. And breathe into the twist. Feel the right side of the body opening. Good. Take another full breath. And then bring the knee back up to the center. Squeeze it in one more time. And then stand the foot up. Bring the left leg in. Hold onto the shin or the knee and then slide the right leg out. Press that low back into the mat. Lift your head, nose to knee. Breathe into the belly. And then release back down. Bring the left arm out to the side. Come into your twist. Left knee goes over the body onto the right side. Shoulders stay relaxed. Neck relaxed. Either keep looking up or tilt it over to the left side. And stay very present. Don't let yourself be rushed through these last moments of your practice. Stay with your breath. And then come back to center. Pull the left knee back up towards the chest. Bring the right knee up as well. Take both shins, roll a bit from side to side. Massaging the lower back, and then go ahead and see if there's any other movement that you would like before going into short relaxation. So I personally love to do a happy baby. You can either grab the ankles or the outside edges of your feet, pulling the knees down, but really pressing the lower back into the ground. And once again, rocking a bit from side to side. If you'd rather do any other movement, feel free to do so. Tune into your body signals one more time and just notice if there's anything that wants to be moved, wants to be loosened or stretched, and just go with that. Yeah, maybe you want to circle the knees like we did in the beginning of the practice. And then slowly over the next 2-3 breaths, get ready for just a few moments of relaxation. And don't skip that part. It's such an essential part of our asana practice. Come into a shavasana pose. Really extend all limbs. Give a lot of space to your arms, to your legs. Allow the feet to drop out to the sides. Palms facing up in a gesture of receiving, of letting go. Allow the shoulders to drop. Allow the head to become heavy, the hips, the heels, closing the eyes. Take another full breath in through the nose. And gently sigh out through the mouth. And then return to your natural breath. And allow yourself a few moments of pure relaxation where you have to do nothing. Nothing to analyze, nothing to change or control. You can simply just be. And I will let you know when it is time to come back. Good, and then bring the attention back to the breath. And take some deeper breaths to activate the body. Feel the body, how it's laying relaxed on the floor. And bring some small movements back in small places, your fingers, your toes. Maybe circle the wrists, the ankles. And then take your feet together, arms overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch, a full breath. And then either over one side or by grabbing one knee, come back mindfully into an upright position. Take your time, find a comfortable seat, maybe with the legs crossed. Keep the eyes closed or close them one last time once you arrived, and just take a short moment to notice how you feel after your slow asana practice. How does the body feel? How does the breath feel? What's the quality of your thoughts? And then join your palms in gratitude for taking the time for your practice, for your body, for your health, and for the life that flows through you. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for your practice. I hope you feel relaxed and a bit calmer. Your body feels relaxed, restored, and open. I would love to hear your feedback about this flow, as we're usually doing more dynamic flows on this channel. So I would love to hear from you. I also want to thank everyone who became a member of my channel and who has been donating so I can make more videos. I'm always happy to hear from you. Any support is appreciated, and I wish you a wonderful day or evening, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.